Hi, I'm Jordan Ty, that Rucking guy, and it's day 29. I'm pretty sure. I have to admit something. I finally had to lessen the weight. Now, I hate to admit it, because I'm a big, strong alpha male who doesn't need any help from anybody, but god damn it, I was starting to get really concerned. Like, my body hurts so much. The muscles in my feet, my heel, my knee, my hips, my back. You know, and I know I was just trolling. It's just like, yeah, this is obviously way too heavy for me. But I'm going to suffer through it anyway. And 29 days is enough. I'm doing way too much, you know, because it's like today, tomorrow, and the next, or what's today? Tuesday? So tomorrow and Thursday. Still, it's like my body's maladapting to this weight into the ruck. And it's like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Again, this is for goofs and gaffs, but there is that male part of me that says, well, if I think I should be able to do it, then I should be able to do it. And like, no, I'm not gonna ask for help otherwise. Like with my origami story from, you know, before, to the UFC game I was complaining about the other day, where it's like legendary difficulties too hard, but I won't. I think I should be able to conquer it because hard is too easy. So just run my head into the wall until I can get past it or through it, I guess. But like, you know what would really help? Going into practice mode and practicing my defense, or, you know, my combos and blocking, or, you know, whatever. You know what would help this ruck? You know what would help my body not break down so much? Starting lighter. Admitting that the 32 pounds is too heavy for me. And just, you know, just get over yourself. I mean, this still kind of sucks. Like, 22 pounds still kind of sucks because my body's just, you know, sore as hell. But brother, excuse me, I'm trying to ruck. It's like, I took weight out of the pack, but the sun was like, fuck that. No, don't worry, it'll still be hard. Yeah, which is crazy. Like, I took some weight out, but it's really hard to breathe right now. Anyway, I'm just glad to be out here. You know, we're almost done. It's been a long journey. Talked a lot. Yapped a lot. I've yapped a lot over these last couple of weeks, and I've been called a soy boy, white, which I am, a loser and an idiot, and obviously racist against white people. So, you know, That's great. I gotta be doing something right. I had this guy in my car who was a pilot, and he asked me where I'm from, I think. And I'm like, oh, I'm from Cali. And he goes, oh, I think Cali is getting a little too liberal, or getting a little too crazy even for the liberals. And you know, like, only in fucking Texas would you run into a motherfucker who, like, this has happened so many times to me. I don't know what goes on in people's minds. I would never ask somebody where they were from and then shit talk where they were from. I'd never be like, hey, so where are you from? Oh, Wisconsin? I heard Wisconsin was dog shit. You know what I mean? But people do that shit to me all the time. They're like, oh, Cali. And it's like, look, I didn't fucking move here by choice, alright, buddy? Like, suck a dick. You've obviously never been to California if that's how you feel. But anyway, he's like, oh, I think California's getting a little too crazy even for the liberals. And I'm like, you know, I'm used to people talking shit about California, but I'm like, too crazy even for the liberals. I'm like, okay, what the fuck do you even mean by that? So I'm like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, oh, you know, all the trans surgeries are given to kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's not happening. And he's like, yes, it is. I'm like, no, that's not. Like, no children are getting fucking bottom surgery or some shit. Like, gender affirming care for trans kids is really just like a haircut and a name change. Maybe you dress a little bit differently. Like, no kids are getting fucking surgeries and that young. And then we start getting into the fucking trans issue. And then they're like, well, you know, Angelina Jolie's kid came out as trans and now they're not. I'm like, I didn't even know about Angelina Jolie's kid. Like, what are you talking about? But, like, okay, even if a person decides to detransition, or, like, they probably didn't even transition. They probably identified as non-binary for a little while and then, like, stopped. But, again, I don't even know. But we start getting into that issue, and, like, this is a whole other bag of worms. But then we start getting into the gay issue. And he's like, oh, well, I just don't like it shoved down my throat. And I'm like, dog, like, gay people existing in media is not it being shoved down your throat. You know what I mean? Like, they're allowed to exist and be a part of a fucking story. And he starts talking about his sister, who's gay, and he's like, well, you know, I just think she's gay because she's accepted more by the LGBT community than she is her own family, or she feels more comfortable there or something like that. And I'm like, I wonder why your sister would fucking feel more comfortable with the LGBT community than with her own family. I wonder why. And he's like, yeah, you know, I just think she's more comfortable there because the gay community just lets her be mediocre. I mean, you know, she's gained 80 pounds in the last year and like rah, this and that. I'm like, dog, not only are you being homophobic, now you're like fat shaming your sister. That's nuts. But, you know, I'm like, So, what's crazy is that you can walk a Republican into a fucking, like, into a trap card, and they'll just Uno reverse that shit. It's crazy. So, this guy's telling me that he thinks that being gay comes from, like, trauma. Like, you have trauma in your life, and that's what turns you gay. Like, holy shit, guy. And, and another thing. He was like, what did he say? It's like you hang out in the cockpit long enough, eventually you learn to fly. In reference to seeing gay people on TV. So if I see enough gay shit on TV, it'll turn me gay. And it's like, okay, what about all the gay kids that wake up watching straight culture, watching straight media, because 99.9% of all the other fucking media in the world is straight. You know? So it's like, how much gay media were fucking kids consuming? Like, enough to turn them gay? Like, what are you talking about? And then, yeah, like, if that's true, then why didn't the straight media turn the gay kids straight? You know? But, so, I mean, first of all, he thinks that people want to be gay because the gay community lets you be mediocre and do things like gain weight. Also, that being gay comes from trauma. So if you get too much trauma in your life, you will turn gay. And then, you know, that being gay is a choice. And then I asked him, I was like, I literally walked him into a trap, and like, he just floated through that shit. I was like, oh, being gay is a choice, huh? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, so when did you choose to be straight? He's like, never. I've just always been. I was like, oh, so you've always been straight? He's like, yeah. And I was like, so you don't think it's the same way for gay people? Like, no, I think it's trauma. You fucking idiot. And we start getting into that. And, you know, he told me that his sister and him got into an argument because he has a daughter. And she was asking him, like, oh, what are you going to tell your daughter about, like, you know, me being gay later on?
You do quite a bit of video editing?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, not much.
What do you use, Adobe Premiere Pro?
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, thinking that fucking gay people. Oh, so right. He gets sorry, I got stopped to ask if I edit. I'm trying to do content or something, or fitness stuff, and he works for the school or something. Crazy. But so yeah, the sister's like, what are you going to tell your daughter about me being gay? And like, get this, brother, she's not just gay, she's married, and her wife has a kid from a previous relationship. So it's not just like, oh, my sister's gay. Motherfucker, she's married with a kid. You know what I mean? Like, this is not like, oh yeah, you know, my sister, she's getting fat and going through a phase of being gay. Like, no, dude, she's full on fucking committed to a vow and to a child. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I'm just gonna tell my own daughter that you two are just really, 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 really good friends. And I'm like, what the hell? You know? And I'm like, oh, okay, so you're being homophobic. Like, why can't? And it's like, well, why do I have to teach her about being gay? It's like, well, she's gonna learn eventually. She's gonna see. And he hits me with this. He's like, oh, well, I mean, like by the time she's 12, she's gonna be a world traveler. So, like, he's not worried about how she's gonna turn out. I'm like, dog, if she's a world traveler, right? She's gonna be experiencing other people's cultures from a young age. What makes you think she's gonna be cool with you being homophobic? You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna expose her to different cultures and different peoples and different ways of life, and think she's not gonna turn out progressive because of that, and then she's gonna be cool with your fucking Republican ass views. Like, no. And yeah, so I'm so tripped up. That's the first time I've ever been like stopped on the walk. But you know, things are changing. I admitted that this was too heavy for me. I took a little bit of weight out. The walk was a little bit easier. I didn't have my headphones on. I wonder what that's been doing to the audio. Hopefully, not much. Does anybody remember Craig David? If you do, if you remember Craig David, and you can quote a lyric from him, when I blow up, I will bring you along. Comment right now. Get in early, and I will fly you out for the best day ever, for an amusement park and a shopping spree and dinner at a bougie restaurant and a fireworks show and a helicopter ride over the city. Not. Oh no. How interesting. Anyway. I didn't even get his name. I didn't get his name, and I don't think he got mine. Just my Instagram. So I guess we'll figure it out. On Friday. But yeah, that fucking idiot was in my car. And it's like, dog, you're homophobic, you're transphobic. Probably also had, disparaging views on women while we were at it. And you have a daughter and you're a pilot. Dude, when he said that, like, whatever, I forget what analogy he first used, but like, hang out at the gym long enough, eventually you'll get buff. And it's just like, I'm sorry, like, no, I think he did say the original one because he is a pilot, so of course he would make a fucking pilot pun. But him being like, you fucking hang around the cockpit long enough, eventually you learn how to fly. It's like, motherfucker, would you trust me to fly a plane just because I had hung out with you? Just because I had been in the room just fucking hanging out? Like, you're nuts. And I'm supposed to trust you to take 200 people to fucking Miami this weekend. So nuts. Oof, oh my god. I'm having a lot of sharp kidney pain. But of course I can't go deal with that. I can't afford it. So I just cross my fingers and hope I don't fucking die. Cause that's America, baby. Oh, here we go. Because people are like, oh, fucking America is just the freest country you could be in, and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you really don't have the freedom to become who you want to be unless you can afford it. Like, say you got jacked up teeth, but you want to be a news anchor. Well, you literally can't do anything about that unless you can afford the dentistry to fix your teeth. Or if like, hey, I always wanted to be this, but I'm in a wheelchair. It's like, well, only way you're gonna do that is if you can afford one of those stand-up wheelchairs that'll make you look like you're standing upright. Or I don't know, just, oh, you want to be this? Well, you have to be able to afford to get the training or to go to school for it. And it's just like, well, I mean, most people's finances are not determined by them. They're determined by their fucking area code. like wherever you were pushed out is your entire economic fucking future, basically. But so yeah, it's like all these people that probably do have the capacity to improve their lives. They just can't because they can't afford it, because they don't have enough imaginary fucking schmeckles, to pay for it. And that just doesn't seem indicative of like hard work pays off, or like if you work hard, like, it'll work out. Because like, why isn't it like that? Why isn't college or school, these trade schools, why isn't it free, right? And if you do the hard work and prove that you can do this, or that you're good enough to, be considered a welder or a fucking, electrician or whatever, then you should just be able to do it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you go through the steps and you do the motion, you pass the test, and you fucking, get the degree, then you should be allowed to be a marine biologist, right? But no, it's like, well, can you afford it? Can you pay for it first? And it's like, well, actually, currently, no. It's like, what do you mean you don't have $5,000 right now? It's like, oh, well, I'm a regular person with a regular job, so no, I don't have $5,000 just ready to throw, It's like, oh, well, we have payment plans. You can't afford $700 a month? No, I cannot afford a second rent, or whatever. Like, I don't know. Just, if you want to move to a new place, if you want to, you want to go anywhere, everything in life depends on how much money you have. And obviously, yeah, a lot of things should depend if you have money or not. But like food, water, shelter, whether or not you can be educated. See, that's the thing too. Neil Brennan has a good joke about that. It's like different schools, cost different tuitions, and it's not like you're getting more education for the higher price. It's not like you go to community college and they're like, all right, and the Industrial Revolution happened right after the Civil War, and for those prices, that's all we can tell you. It's like, no, you're still getting the same education. So what's the point? And the point is that these Ivy League schools are a fucking white boys club of who's daddy. And it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And we need to keep certain people out from knowing the right people. And the certain people in, so that they can meet the right people. Which sucks. Because honestly, I don't think you need a college degree in order to be able to secure a good paying job or a job with a livable wage. But I do think that college should be absolutely fucking mandatory. Like, you don't have to graduate. You don't have to fucking get all A's. But motherfucker, you have to go. You gotta spend 2 years at least in a college setting. Because, like, there's no way you could just go from the socialization of your small ass fucking town you grew up in and your high school education and be like, yeah, I'm done learning and I'm done socializing. And it's like, I didn't like that. It's like, dog, you need that time. You need to get away from your parents and the small ass town that you grew up from, and you need to get around people from other fucking places. Because if you don't, you're gonna get out into the real world and be in for a rude awakening. You know, when you don't know how to fucking connect or relate or, like, you know, deal with other people. Because you've never been around anybody else. And so I think college should absolutely be, like, mandatory. And again, you don't have to, you know, get a AA in communications. You know, do whatever you want, but just, like, party all night if you fucking want. But, like, just at least go to college. You know, fuck. End of the day. Crazy. Oh, right, cut that out. Cut that out. Probably him. Shit, bless us now. But yeah. I had this other guy who's a Gen Xer. And we were talking about, like, how crazy things have been. And he fucking tells me, he's like, you know, I was around in the 70s and 80s or whatever, right? And he's like, you know, my generation, we had pretty much ended racism in this country. All until Obama got elected. I'm like, yeah. I'm pretty sure that the 70s and 80s completely missing of racism during those decades up until 2008. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, because, you know, Obama was corrupt. Again, it's like, dog, I can entertain criticisms of Obama. But again, because of liberal, neo-colonial fucking business as usual, you just don't like Obama because he's black. Which is so crap. Or like, oh, he's corrupt. It's like, okay, you want to talk about fucking corrupt people? Hello? And that's why white people judging people on their character never works. It's because, like, oh, you don't like corruption. Motherfucker, your favorite guy is like the cesspool that corruption is born out of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. It's like, oh, I don't like murderous invaders. That's why I don't like that guy. He's a murderous conqueror. It's like, isn't your favorite guy Genghis Khan? Yeah, but no, that other guy's bad because of the same shit that Genghis does. Like, what do you... Oh, the brain capacity. My brain is melting. I know this is lighter, but sometimes I'm like halfway through something, I'm like, what am I even talking about? Or, why did I decide to go there? It's because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it with filler. But yeah, because now I can't stop thinking about, I'm like, oh, what? I'm gonna start editing videos for that guy? I'm gonna start working for the school? No, probably not. Probably just for him personally, but fitness content, huh? Well, I make a little fitness content myself. I start working for this guy. I upload this. He sees this video. He's like, you know what? Never mind. But yeah. Oh, yeah, here's a good one. Damn it, so, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, most people probably don't make it all the way through the video, so having good takes at the end is like, oh, damn, ain't nobody getting this far. But the reason why, I hate cops for a lot of reasons, but another reason why I hate cops, or I hate people who love the cops, is because you don't want to address the situations that caused this problem in the first place. It's like, I hate fucking cops, but I can understand it's a hard job, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, I just saw a video yesterday of, like, body cam footage of these people discovering, like, the bodies of 2 children in the back of a trunk, and they start freaking the fuck out, and it's like, right, like, this job fucking sucks. Like, sometimes you run into shit like that, and that's awful. But cops are usually right-leaning, and so they vote for Republicans. Republicans don't give a fuck about black or brown people and actively pursue to destroy them. So write and pass legislation that negatively affects their communities. And it's just like, so much crime is a crime of poverty. And so it's like, well, if you don't want the fucking police discovering, like, malnourished children locked in a basement, or fucking people killed and shit like that, it's like, well, you have to fucking improve society. And I guess what I mean is, cops will get on their fucking high horses with people, especially, like, people of color, like, say, a black woman or something like that, and it's like, you fucking bitch, how could you let your kids live like this? It's like, you're a terrible fucking mother. And it's like, dude, you think I like this? You think I wanted to, have my kids living like this? Like, I live in extreme poverty, like, and actually, no, you don't know what it's like. But I guess what I'm saying is that it's like, yes, I would like for cops' jobs to be easier, but also I don't really have much sympathy for you, because you blame the people that you're meant to serve and protect. You blame them for the reasons for their criminality, and not the very system that you uphold and support that's making them turn to criminality. Like, nobody wants to be a fucking criminal. Nobody wants to steal, right? But when you have to beg and still nobody's helping you, well, I'm just supposed to fucking starve to death and for the sake of legality or morality or some shit? Like, it's always like, is it ethical to steal bread if you're fucking hungry? And it's like, is it ethical to starve the fucking world so much that most people don't have enough money to feed themselves? It's always on us. It's never on them. It's never on the system. And it's like, most people can't afford to fucking live anywhere. And it's like, well, what should these lazy fucking poor people do? Instead of like, all these people have all the money in the fucking world. I don't know why they have to make, a home that used to be $100,000 is now like $2 million fucking dollars. Why? We don't ask why. I don't know, man. So yeah, it's like you're a cop and you identify with the system, so you blame the victims of that system as it must be something inherently wrong or evil about black and brown poor people, and this is their culture and they want to live like this. It's like nobody wants to fucking live in the hood. Nobody wants to live in poverty. White supremacy is literally forcing them with a foot on their fucking neck to stay in that position. And instead of like lifting your foot, you want to be a boot. You fucking bitch ass motherfucker. Some of it smells like funnel cake. If I don't get a drink, I don't have to actually come up the hill or stop. I can just turn around. Oh my God. The back of my neck is probably burnt. Like bacon, baby. Masculinity really is a fucking prison. Cause I got called a soy boy. You know what's fucking nuts, dude? Is that as a leftist, I get called crazy, radical, pussy, soy boy, a traitor, I hate America, etc., etc. And it's like, dog, okay. Imagine hearing someone go, hey, shouldn't every job be a good job? Doesn't everyone deserve health care? Doesn't everyone deserve a place to live? And you go, what a pussy soy boy. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want things to get better for everyone. But I'm a big pussy. I'm sorry, and you're the super strong alpha that wants to fucking destroy the planet with climate change and not do anything about it and die poor at being a cuck to capitalism. Like, okay, sure. The drip finally stops. Get the sun. I guess that's what I'll do at the very end of the video. I'm just delirious. I told you guys. I was like, the pack is heavier, but the sun was like, oh, don't worry, I'll make up for it. Mm-mm-mm. Dabba-dabba-doo. But yeah, I just don't believe it. It's like, we're the side of Christianity. We have God on our side. And I'm like, okay, and what do you want to do? Kick out all the Mexicans and lock up all the black people and make being gay illegal. What? I want to separate children from their families and deport them. And I'm like, okay, right, but I'm the one destroying the country. Right. Okay. Day 29. I'm feeling fine. But this still sucks every day. So I'll see you guys in the next one.